The warriors ventured into the heart of the dreaded evil forest, a place shrouded in darkness and fear. The forest was dense with twisted, gnarled trees and thick underbrush, creating an ominous atmosphere. The air was heavy with an unsettling silence, broken only by the occasional distant rustle. Arriving at a massive, ancient tree, they prepared to carry out their grim task. The chief guard raised a knife, but one of the warriors, troubled by the sight of the innocent child, objected. An argument erupted among them, but they ultimately decided to leave the child behind. One warrior suggested abandoning the child to the forest's malevolent forces, believing that the evil spirits and creatures would ensure the child's fate. With heavy hearts, they left the baby behind and returned home. Deep within the forest, a formidable warrior from a neighboring village staggered through the underbrush, his attire stained and tattered from a fierce battle. As the sole survivor of the conflict, he collapsed against the tree, exhausted. While resting, the distant cry of a baby pierced the eerie silence of the forest. Startled and wary, he initially believed it to be an evil spirit. The cry persisted, however, compelling him to investigate despite his fear. Trembling, he followed the sound and discovered the abandoned child. Overwhelmed by a mix of fear and curiosity, he gathered the baby and fled the forest, driven by a sudden sense of urgency and compassion. As the warrior fled the sinister forest with the infant, he encountered an unexpected and daunting sight. Emerging from the shadows, a pack of menacing forest creatures and spectral apparitions, drawn to the child's cries, closed in on him. The warrior's heart pounded as he realized the danger of his situation. Desperate to protect the child, he brandished his weapon and faced the advancing creatures, his resolve steeled by a newfound determination. The forest seemed to come alive with ominous sounds and ghostly forms as he fought to escape with his precious burden. Stunned by the appearance of the menacing forest creatures and spectral apparitions, the warrior's initial reaction is one of sheer terror. His eyes widen in disbelief as he sees the malevolent figures closing in. Despite his fear, he quickly shifts into a protective stance, driven by his determination to safeguard the infant. His grip tightens around his weapon, and his breathing becomes labored as he prepares to fight off the encroaching threats. The warrior's resolve strengthens as he faces the darkness, fueled by a sense of responsibility and the urgency to escape the forest alive with the child.